Hey everybody, I hope you're having a great day. My name is Noah, and today we're going to be talking about how to build a landing page in manychat here. If you're new to my videos, make sure you click the link in the description. Go join the Facebook group. I hop on there daily, give tips, and you'll be around other realtors who are crushing it using social media. And if you're interested in learning how to use Facebook groups to start bringing in leads every week without spending a cent, I've created a step-by-step checklist, and that link is in the description as well. So with all that said, let's just dive right into the video here. All right, so we're gonna hop right into manychat here. If you haven't set up manychat before, I have a video kind of talking about that, but basically you'll just type in manychat.com and then it'll ask you to sign in through Facebook, and you just click that, it'll log you in, and then you can connect your business page. If you don't have a business page set up for your realtor business on Facebook, I highly recommend doing that, and I have some videos explaining how to do that as well. So then we're gonna scroll over. On the left hand side here, we're going to go down to growth tools and click on that, and you'll see I have a lot of different growth tools here. We're going to click new growth tool up top, and we have lots of different options. I'm going to move my screen here just a little bit for a second so you can kind of see all of them. But we have some, these are called overlay widgets, and those are like if you're on a website, those things that'll take over the page for a second and ask you to put their info in. That's what these are, but they're going to just ask you to connect in Messenger here. So it's pretty cool. And we have embedded widgets, which are similar, but those are embedded onto your website page. And then we have other growth tools here, and these are the ones, or I'm going to talk about landing page today, but we have a Messenger ref URL, which is basically a link that you can stick into your ads or your posts, and they'll click on that and it'll have them start talking to Messenger instantly. So that one's pretty cool, but I'm going to go over why I use landing pages and why I think that's the best. So then we have Facebook ads JSON here. That's a way to run ads through this app here, but I believe it's important to learn how to use Ads Manager, because you're going to get, to me, that's just the best way to run ads. And then this is in beta mode here, but this is for comments. So if you post something, you can set up your bot to respond to certain comments in a certain way. And I've actually never used that one. I haven't found a need to, but that's something that's cool to check out. QR code here, this one is super cool. This is great if you're printing flyers, maybe you're running an open house. You can print this off and people can just scan that QR code and they can start talking to your bot right away, which is super cool. So you can just tell them, scan this, and you're gonna get some more information on this home, and then they're gonna subscribe to your bot, which is super cool. So customer chat is another way to embed into your website, so they can start talking to support right away. And this is a checkbox. So if they click this is like on a contact form, you can enter name, email, and then they can click this checkbox, and then it'll subscribe them to your bot as well. And just building your subscription base in Messenger is a super powerful way to continue to get in front of people. So those are all great options here. I'm gonna go back to full screen here, and I'm gonna click on landing page because that's what we're gonna build today. All right, so once it loads, over here on the right hand side, this is what your landing page is going to look like. Obviously right now it's pretty blank, but I'll just kind of go over how to change all of that. So the first thing that we want to do is we're going to add media. So if we scroll all the way to the bottom, my face is going to cover it, but there's an image button here. You can click image and you can just throw in your picture. So what I like to do is if I'm running an ad to the landing page, I like to keep the same picture from the ad to the landing page, because it creates a theme around your ad, and it keeps a familiarity. So when your leads click on it and they come to the landing page, it feels familiar to them. So now I want to talk about, we can edit our text here. So this is called our headline. And what we want to do when we're writing the words for our landing page, we want to focus on the feeling that we're creating. So you want to, let's say you're running an ad for generating buyer leads, right? And maybe your ad is talking about 15 steps to home ownership or something like that. So we want to write a catchy little heading that kind of builds off of that, correlates with that, and creates this feeling of making home buying easy and making it the right decision, right? So we can do something like, make your move, or make moving simple, or something like that, and that's going to kind of depend on your price point and your typical buyer in your area to how to really connect with them. And then so underneath here, we can do a simple little description to try and explain to them why they need to click the button and why this is going to benefit them. So we can do something like, get these 15 steps to make moving simple and stress-free. Maybe want to say, click the button to get these 15 steps, something like that. So it kind of still paints that picture of, 15 steps, and it doesn't have to be 15, that's just a number I threw out, but these steps that are going to make moving and buying your home simple and not stressful. So then we can add a background color. So these are our options to change the color. So if we want to change the headline, we can change it to whatever we want. If you want to make it match your company, I always just try to make it look simple and clean, but you can always change these. Our background color we can change, something like that. Another option that we have that I like to play with is up top here we have text and media. If we go to this side here, we click media background, it makes our picture the background here, and then you can scroll all the way to the bottom, and I know you can't see this, but on yours you'll see it. Underneath your image there's a little click box you can click to add an overlay. So that's a pretty neat idea. I typically like to do this, and obviously I won't use these colors, but that's an option. If we go back to text and media here and we scroll down, we have options on where we want to place the picture. So again, I know my face is in front of it, but it's pretty simple on your screen, you'll see. And you can kind of just mess around with it, right? I'll run 2 or 3 different ads, and I'll do the landing pages in different orders to see which way is converting the best, and then I'll focus in and run all the ads to that one. So I'm just going to stick to the media background like this because I just like that the best. So then we'll click to the submitted state here, and again now we'll have a thank you message, right? So I usually just say thank you, like make it super simple. Thank you. Sometimes I'll put an exclamation point, sometimes I won't, depends on the feeling I'm trying to convey. And then another little description here. Here we want to just tell them exactly what to do. So click below to get the 15 steps to home ownership for free. Maybe add an emoji pointing down, whatever you want, and obviously just make it fit with your ad, make this whole thing flow. And then you can click and change this if you want. I usually just like to do download now, but you can make it whatever you want. Simple is good, but we also want to convey specifically exactly what we're talking about here. So a super cool thing here then is when we go to opt-in options, we can create a flow that's going to talk to them instantly through Messenger. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I have another video that's all about the flows, so you can kind of see, learn what I'm talking about there. But we can just hit replace, and then we can add our, say this is our buy a home flow, right? So we want to get it set up so we get their phone number, their email, and then we'll send them over that 15 steps to home ownership or whatever it is. So in our opt-in options here, we'll just click replace, and then we'll find that flow and click there. So once they submit, they click send to Messenger, they're going to get this flow started in Messenger. So when we go to setup here, this is what I was talking about, why I like to run Facebook ads, especially in the beginning here. So we're able to add a Facebook pixel ID, and that's a super great way so we can generate leads. We're going to get a lot of people who click to this page, to our landing page, but they won't click to submit because they don't feel comfortable with you yet, and they're just being a little curious. So if we use that Facebook pixel, we can get them on here, we can track them, and then we can run a separate ad retargeting these people, right? Position ourselves as an expert even more and starting to build some more rapport with them, right? So our first ad, we're not going to convert as much as we would like, but we're going to be filling our Facebook pixel and filling our audience, so we can run a retargeting ad to get in front of them again, and then hopefully get them to convert there. So that's why I like to start with landing pages. so we can retarget them. So that's all you got to do to build a landing page. I'll do a separate video about Facebook pixels and stuff. Just make sure you name it here, something that coincides with your ad so you're able to keep track of it, and make sure you hit save. Right. So once you do that, your ad is, or your landing page is all set, and you can connect it to your ad. So I hope that answers some questions for you. I hope you guys are implementing this into your business right away. You're not just watching it and moving on. If you follow this step by step, you'll start to see a difference, right? So make sure you join the Facebook group just to continue to learn tips and tricks like this every single day. And make sure you do click the link to learn how to use Facebook groups to bring in leads for $0. It's just a great way to start building your brand online. If you don't do much, that's a great way to start. So appreciate it, and leave any comments if you have any questions.